there guys, welcome to the Amazing Brick Network. My name's Tori Favreau and I do hope that this video finds you well. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, get the Lego love out there. Now, as you guys know, in the Amazing Brick Network, we're an amazing community of nearly 90,000 people that stretches across a whole heap of different genres. If you can hear birds outside, it's because there are birds outside. So that's not a sound effect. It's actually called nature, and I'm not a part of it at the moment. I'm in the lounge room talking to you. So more importantly, if you are just watching YouTube and you're not part of the Facebook groups, you can go onto Facebook, look up the Amazing Brick Network, and from there you can find links through to all the other groups that may take your fancy. There's something for everyone in that group. Now, something I do want to address, just a little bit of quick housekeeping, guys, before we get into what is going to be a review on the Iron Man helmet. At the moment, just so as you guys know, all of the groups that I admin, that I've started for you guys to enjoy, and my moderators are there doing a great job as well, they are like amazing and then the actual name of the group. Now, recently I have come to learn, and honestly, I just am letting you know that these groups are not affiliated with us. There's a number of train groups out there that have started putting the name Amazing in front of them. We only have one train group, Amazing Lego Trains. That's the only group that we have. Any other train group, I'm sure they're fun, and please do check them out if that's what you'd like to do. I'm not warning you away from them, but recently, because we've all been doing such a good job together, my fear is that you'll join those groups thinking that they're part of the Brick Network, and they're not. They may be moderated differently. You may get a different experience when you go there. And I'm not saying for a second that it wouldn't be a fantastic experience, but I didn't want to confuse anyone by thinking that that was a group that I had created. There is one train group in our network, and there's all that there needs to be for that particular genre of Lego building. So if you're seeing anything other than Amazing Lego Trains, that is not part of the Amazing Brick Network, just to let you know. So I have had a couple of people message me and say, hey Tori, this happened in this group. They're not my groups. So unfortunately, you'd have to find the admin or moderator for those groups and address that directly with them. I just wanted to get that out of the way. It was not even a bad thing. It's just something that has been brought to my attention by my moderators. And, you know, I just want to make sure that you guys know that you're going to get a same consistent experience constantly throughout all of the proper Amazing Brick Network groups. Also, the branding will be there. We will have a logo put up on every cover page on Facebook with a Amazing Brick Network, so that you know that you're on the right group if that's, you know, if you want to stay within our infrastructure. In any case, enough of all that. Thank you so much for watching. That was just a quick bit of housekeeping I wanted to get out of the way. It is time relevant. I will be recording this now on Tuesday and posting it on Tuesday. So as you guys know, it's totally current and up to date. All right, guys, now on to the real part of the show. Today, we're going to be talking about the Iron Man helmet. It was a lot of fun to build. Initially, before this one came out, there was Boba Fett from Star Wars, the Stormtrooper, and the TIE Fighter pilot. They are great builds, and I'm also going to be bringing you the TIE Fighter, and I'll be showing you a photo of the Boba Fett one. I don't know why, I just didn't record that particular build. It was a lot of fun, but it is something that I will show you. Probably when I do the TIE Fighter helmet, I'll show you the Boba Fett one as well. They are fantastic fun. They are a bit of a weird build. So I took on the Iron Man build here. And so that is Lego set 76165. And this is an unusual thing for Australian sets to actually get the piece count inside them. It's actually printed down the bottom. They do print in the black box, which is generally for Lego now with their branding. Generally means that it's like a bit of a collector's edition or something a little bit special, a limited edition. So they do come with these. One thing I do find though, unfortunately, the way that your shops do stack and store them, you often get like little light scratch marks that are probably really reflected in video like this. So if you are a bit of a completionist and you do care about like what's on the box per se, just look at your box carefully before you buy it, because like this has got light scoring all over it, and it didn't bother me because I'm all about building. But I know for some of you, the joy of Lego is in just collecting the Lego, and that's fine too. And we welcome you to the group as someone who collects Lego. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone explores this hobby differently, And so yeah, if you are buy a box and put it away, whether for a rainy day, whether for an investment, or just for the joy of collecting what's in it, just double check those black boxes because they really do show the marks in them. So basically, let's get straight into the actual look at the build. I'm going to be holding it in front of me because I've got another little treat I'm preparing in my usual presentation space. I didn't think this through that well. So I'm just going to be holding up the Iron Man helmet for you and we can go through it. And you may hear me check with Ash, who's videoing this for me, whether or not you can see it clearly enough, if which so I'll change what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to pop this down and we'll have a look at the actual build itself. Okay, so is that in focus? Okay. So this is the Iron Man helmet and it is a rad little build. So I don't know if it's clear enough here. I'm going to move it toward the camera a little bit. Okay, so that is the detail of the face and then you work your way around the actual head itself. I'm almost silently hoping that it falls apart as I'm holding it, and that is not to be stupid about it at all. It is simply to say that whilst this set is a lot of fun, yep, there we go, I just lost a piece then. That was my own fault. They do come with a custom, you don't have to do the whole sticker thing here. It does have Iron Man on it and it does attach normally firmly, except for when my massive hands are pushing on it, to the actual front of the build there. The actual build itself, in the photos that I'd seen, and I did research this one before buying it, I thought it would look a little bit weird, and you can tell by the back of the helmet, it sort of curves in. I thought it would have been a little bit more rounder, like a traditional helmet like you may have seen in the movies. Unfortunately though, the way that they've done that to sort of show the different layers, I guess with Lego, they either had to up the brick count too much or they just didn't think about it. But overall, it sort of gives you the appearance that it may be something that a human head wouldn't necessarily, like Tony Stark may have trouble putting this bad boy on. But I do love the use of gold bricks. There were some clever techniques used throughout, and some of them were actually confusing. When you look through the time lapse, I've deliberately left in, I made a mistake during the build, and I've deliberately left it in. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, because with the time lapse, everything looks so quick. But some of these Lego bricks, now, Ash, I need you again for this bit here, but on the sides there, can you see that they're gold in the video?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never seen this before, guys. They had 1x4 plates, and only the edges were actually colored gold. The rest of it was just a tan brick. And I was building away for that section around here. And all of a sudden I've realized, wait a second, you know in the instruction books how they have the little like metallic shiny thing coming off the bit that you're meant to use? I hadn't used them. So I had to deconstruct most of Iron Man's face in order to get back into that area there to build it up and build it around. But to make sure I actually had those gold plates there, that it would look, you know, effective the whole way through. The eyes are my only real part that I'm disappointed in with this particular build. I would think for a premium set, Lego could have done better than to put stickers in. Those eyes are stickers. Now, that could have easily have been facilitated with bricks. I think it was lazy. And I do know that Lego does make blue bricks that would have accentuated that look. I think having Lego, you do a great job all the time, and you know this, I love you, but the stickers in there, they detract from the build. I would have preferred brick built eyes, and I think like the Boba Fett, like there's no sticker on there. It's just all brick built, and it looks like the others are too. So I know that probably the idea was to have them look as though they're glowing. Lego makes bricks that blue color. You don't have to have a sticker. They make white bricks. That could have been brick built with just tiles, curved tiles going around there. It could have been very easily done and socketed back within the helmet, in my opinion. But other than that, it's a solid enough helmet itself, except I'm going to pull it apart and maybe disaster will happen. But basically, oh no, it's going to prove me wrong. That's your base. Okay, so if you don't put the base in carefully, and you can see sort of where it does slot in, there's nothing really securing it other than those plates. And for something that is vertical, generally that would be more than enough. I'll see if I can put it back readily enough as I'm talking to you. It might be a little bit of a fiddle because these are using Technic pins and plates there. But the actual stand itself, that's the base there just to balance it all out. The actual stand itself isn't very secure. It is relying on the weight of the helmet to hold it all in place. And so it is a weak point. You may see during the time lapse, the actual stand falls off as I'm trying to build it and I resecure it. At the end of the day, I guess this, whilst we are using a building toy, this itself isn't a toy. It is purely a demonstration or a showcase piece that you may want to put with all the other helmets, which would look amazing. I really hope they do a Darth Vader. I don't know how they'd do it, but Darth Vader would be an amazing build. I think the amount of black bricks may be overwhelming. I'm thinking the TIE Fighter pilot may be a challenge as well, but we'll find out together. So yeah, look, this set here, this retailed for $80 Australian, and as something a little bit unique and different, I guess it is worth it, though it is a very small brick count, but you are using licensed imagery. I'm sure they had to pay Marvel a lot of money to do this, but basically I would give this about a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 for its build. It was fun to make. The actual inside of the helmet was very cleverly done as well. I'll give them full credit. It is pretty darn sturdy inside it. But yeah, 7.5 to 8 out of 10 would be my review score for the Iron Man helmet. And now, the moment you've probably been waiting for, we'll watch a speed build or a time-lapse build of me making the actual thing. So I do hope you enjoy it. As I've asked before, please subscribe, please share with your friends. Let's grow the Amazing Brick Network. Thank you, and on to the build. And Pulsar Blast. Boom, ba boom, boom.